So here's one that caught our eye this week. Macy's quietly launched an AI shopping assistant, and the early numbers are kind of staggering. The tool is called Ask Macy's. It's built on Google's Gemini platform, and customers who use it are spending 4.75 times more than customers who don't. That's not a 4.75% lift. That's nearly 5 times the spending per visit. Now, here's the context. Macy's tested this with about half of their website visitors over several weeks before rolling it out broadly on March 23rd. So, this isn't a tiny sample. They had a real control group and a real test group at scale. And the way it works is interesting. It's basically a digital stylist. You tell it what you're looking for, and instead of just showing you a list of products, it suggests full outfits, complete the look recommendations. Like you search for a blazer and it shows you the shirt, the pants, the shoes that go with it. That's why the spend numbers are so high. It's not that individual items cost more, it's that basket size goes way up when the AI is curating entire looks instead of single products. And this matters for Macy's specifically because they've been in decline mode for about a decade. Stores closing, revenue shrinking. This is part of their turnaround strategy. And if the spending data holds up at scale, it's a pretty compelling proof point. But here's the bigger takeaway for marketers. This is one of the clearest examples yet of AI driving measurable commerce outcomes. Not AI generating ad copy, not AI optimizing targeting, AI sitting inside the shopping experience itself and directly increasing revenue per customer. And the 4.75x number is going to get a lot of attention from every other retailer watching this. If you're in e-commerce, the question now is whether your competitors are building something similar, because once shoppers get used to AI-assisted product discovery at one retailer, plain search and filter starts to feel pretty limited. Okay, next up. And this one is a big deal if you run paid social. Meta is testing a system where you give it a product URL and a budget, and that's it. The AI handles everything else. Creative generation, audience targeting, placement selection, and budget allocation across Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. Like, think about what that means. No more building audiences, no more writing ad copy, no more choosing placements. You literally paste a link and set a spend amount, and Meta's AI builds the entire campaign for you. This is the next evolution of Advantage Plus, which has already been pushing advertisers toward more automation for the past couple of years. But this takes it to the logical endpoint, full autopilot. And the performance numbers they're sharing are solid. Advantage Plus campaigns are already delivering 22% higher return on ad spend compared to manually managed campaigns. So Meta is essentially saying the AI is already better than most media buyers at this. Why not let it handle the whole thing? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Remember, Zuckerberg said earlier this year that he expects every ad on Meta to be AI generated by the end of 2026. This URL to campaign system is how they get there. It lowers the barrier so far that any small business owner with a website can run sophisticated multi-platform campaigns. And that's the real disruption here. It's not just about making things easier for existing advertisers. It's about unlocking a massive new tier of businesses that never had the budget or expertise to run proper paid social. For agencies and media buyers, this raises some uncomfortable questions. If a URL and a budget can replace a campaign setup that used to take days of work, what does the media buying role look like in 2 years? The answer is probably that it shifts towards strategy, creative direction, and measurement. The tactical execution layer is being absorbed by AI, and that transition is happening faster than most people expected. Full creative automation is expected to roll out more broadly later this year. So if you're managing meta campaigns right now, this is worth paying close attention to.